I'm Dr. Manilka Sumanathilaka, consultant endocrinologist. Today I would like to speak to you about diet, lifestyle modification and diabetes. How these factors are related to each other, especially when it comes to diabetes and the other non-communicable diseases. As you all know, we need to maintain a normal BMI. What you mean by BMI is body mass index, that's maintaining a proper weight for one's height. So people who exercises will know that they measure their BMI and the total body fat content, which is crucial in the prevention of diabetes and other non-communicable diseases. When it comes to diabetes, we have a diagnosis criteria where there is a sugar above 100, we call them as having pre-diabetes, and if your blood sugar level is more than 126 milligrams per deciliter, we call them as diabetes. So it's very important for this group of people, especially the younger generation, whom we see very commonly fall into this category, where we call, as a layman would call it, as a borderline diabetes or a touch of diabetes, or maybe even a marginally raised high blood pressure, marginally raised cholesterol, or other heart problems or other non-communicable diseases. It's very important that we adopt a proper diet and exercise regime to prevent these people from going into over diabetes or getting these diseases in future. Now I would like to talk a little bit about the body mass index. How do you measure that? It's very simple. You check your weight in kilograms and get the height in meters and the square of that, and you divide that as shown in the equation here. You can calculate your body mass index. In Sri Lanka, we have sometimes a wrong cultural perception of our body image. When we say a normal BMI, it's between 18.5 to 24.9 when you get the calculation as shown before. So some people think even when you are having a normal body mass index, people think that you are too thin. That's a wrong perception of body image. As shown in the slide here, you would notice that most of the people think the correct size or the correct body image for a person is in the overweight or the borderline obese area in our part of the world. So to achieve a good BMI or a normal BMI, I would say that we have to limit our energy intake and increase our energy output or the burning. So how do you do that? It's a very simple thing. We limit what we take in and burn more. So if you have a deficit, if you take in more than what is burned by you by way of your day-to-day activities and exercise, the excess is collected as fat mainly in your tummy and in other areas of the body. Let me briefly take you through few facts about being overweight and obesity. If a person is having a body weight which is more than the expected weight for one's height, as you can see in this slide here, you are more prone to get type 2 diabetes, cholesterol or dyslipidemia, heart problems. You can get joint problems including arthritis. Then you get what you call as deep vein thrombosis, sleeping issues, what we call as sleep apnea medically. You get even cancers, as you can see, cancer of the breast, colon, prostate and other areas. People who are overweight are more prone for all these cancers. Another problem that we commonly see is the fatty liver or excess fat in your liver, which is caused by being obese and poor dietary habits. people get what we call as liver failure or cirrhosis. You may have heard this term, even without touching any alcohol at all, purely due to this excess fat in the liver. So as you can see, all these factors can be prevented by maintaining a normal BMI. Benefits of losing weight, that also should be, I think, mentioned for your information. If a person who is overweight or obese, whose BMI is more than, let's say, 27 or 30, if that person can lose 10% of one's body weight, as shown in this slide, you can prevent getting diabetes, reduce the risk of getting diabetes by about 30%. And if somebody has borderline diabetes or diabetes, their sugar levels will be low, their insulin levels will come down, their drug requirements will come down, the blood pressure comes down. There are lots of benefits for a person metabolically and in terms of preventing future complications of these diseases by just losing 10%. Something is better than nothing. Even a 5% weight reduction would do a lot of good for you.